This is a Starry outdoor kitchen tour. Yay! Yay! Okay, so quickly, close your eyes. Close your eyes and envision the $5,000 outdoor kitchen setup. What would it be? What would it be? Envision a $5,000 kitchen outdoor setup. What would it be? Keep your eyes closed now. What would it be? And then come to reality, where Starry lives. And where most of you live. Yes, we live on a debt-free, self-sustainable, off-grid homestead. And the reason why we are still out of debt and self-sustainable is because we do think outside the box. We are creative. We are frugal. We repurpose, reuse. We do all of that. And I really don't need to close my eyes and dream about a $5,000 outdoor setup because I've got it here. Yeah, I really do. I do. And it is my own setup, and no one can copy me. No, there's no copying on Starry's Hilder's off-grid homestead because I'm an original. and here it is. Here is the off-grid kitchen for this season. Ta-da! Right next to the Whirlpool washing center, which right now is being secondary used for rock hounding. See, it's all about just using what you have. But this is the tour. I'm kind of in the middle of the tour right now because I'm just out here cleaning everything up and getting things organized. But this is the heart of my outdoor setup this year. Now, this is interesting because I know when you've been with me for 5 years now, right? I've been outdoor canning and cooking and dehydrating on this off-grid homestead for 5 years. We're going to be going into 6 years now. And, every year the outdoor setup is a little bit different. It is, but I use whatever's laying around. And this year, cement block was laying around, and I stole it from Mr. Hilder because he was going to do a root cellar. He's never going to get the root cellar done, but I stole it and I used it for this fancy setup. I thought it was I thought I did all right. Considering. But this is my cooktop, and I got tile on there and an old piece of wood. And look, I have a basket where I can put some of my utensils, and I've got even more tile down there. But, oh, and you remember this? That looks familiar. Yeah, that's the grill that Mr. Hilder smashed this winter. And he unsmashed it. Yeah, he did a really good job. He can do a really good job when he wants to. And what did he do a good job at? Unsmashing the grill. It's like, really? That's where you put your time and effort? So Starry didn't get a new grill. No. But it is part of the outdoor kitchen setup. Now, I do, in all seriousness, want to discuss setting up an outdoor cooking area because there are some key things that I want you friends to keep in mind that you might not know except if you've experienced it. So here we go. Tip number 1. Let's start with the canner. If you are using this all-American canner, this is a heavy-duty canner. It weighs probably, I would guarantee over 20 pounds when it is filled, double-stacked with the pint jars. It's heavy. So what you want to make sure is, number 1, you are going to have a sturdy enough surface to put it on, which means card tables, unless they're reinforced from underneath, ain't going to cut it, really. So you want something sturdy that's going to hold that filled canner. The other thing is you want to make sure the height of whatever you make is going to be the height in which you can use your canners. You can use your Presto, you can use your water bath, you can use the All-American canner. So you don't want your station too high when you set it up. The other thing is too, if you're using an outdoor cooktop like this one. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This thing weighs a ton. See, I'm lifting it and look, it's flexing my bicep. It is so heavy. This thing probably weighs also 20 pounds. You put 20 pounds of that and 20 pounds in the All-American canner, you got yourself some weight. So you get it, right? But here's the key. In order to hold that All-American canner, you need a heavy-duty cooktop. Okay? No lightweight cooktop is going to do it. No way, Jose. No. So you can go online to Amazon, and they do sell camp stoves, these camp burners. But really look at the specs and make sure that they are able to hold some significant weight. This one was bought over 20, probably 25 years ago. And even though it's rusted, this thing it still works. There's nothing wrong with it. Aesthetically, it's not beautiful, but this thing holds that canner and does a great job. Now, you can probably find these at Cabela's or Bass Pro. You got to go to a real man shop. You know, like when you're looking for a real meat grinder, you don't go to Home Depot, you don't go to Walmart, you go to Bass Pro. That's where you're going to find a burner like that. So look there. The other thing also is when you set up your outdoor cook center, make sure that you're going to be setting it up with propane. I'm assuming that you're going to have a place for your propane that's safe. It's going to be away from that cook stove, and I'm sandwiching it here. It's going to be out of the sun. It's going to be because you don't want it getting hot, and I've done that before. I've set it up in direct sunlight, and that baby gets hot. And I've set it up too close. So one year I set it up too close to my my card table, which is plastic, and my canner was too close, my propane tank was too close, and Mr. Hiller came out, and the table was melting. I didn't see it, but so, and that's why I do now the tile also, so nothing burns. So make sure a flame retardant, you've got some tile, you got whatever you're going to use, it's all flame retardant, and everything's spaced at a good distance for safety. Also water. We do rain catchment here. We're putting the gutters back up. There's going to be a 50 drum barrel red underneath here to catch the water. I also use my copper kettle over there to catch the water. And I use the water then to easily fill up my canner. I don't have to be running back and forth to the inside spigot. So think about that. And it's really nice just to wash your hands and have that water available. I can scoop it out. Because here I don't have running water outdoors here. It's way in the garden. I've got a spigot, but nothing here close by. So set it up so that you have water available. The other thing too is, and this is just some advice about outdoor canning and cooking on that open flame, be it your grill, be it an open fire pit, which we also use during the year. I'm going to make my fire pit here pretty soon, or just your outdoor burners. Expect to ruin all of your cookware. Expect it. I'm going to tell you something, friends. If you don't see, like say another YouTube channel is doing a video on how to can outdoors on a rocket stove, or how to can outdoors on a burner like this, and they've got the fancy outdoor cooking setup. If you don't see their pots and pans black like this, that's from really using your cookware on an open flame. You can't get it off. So just expect that you're going to ruin everything. But it's just aesthetics. But I tell you, you want to see the proof is in the pudding. You're watching video and someone is claiming to can outdoors or whatever they're doing, and all their stuff is spick and span. It's either the first time they did it or they're staging it. I'm just saying. I haven't seen any of those videos yet, but I'm sure there's one to come, because people run out of material and then they start staging stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm going to jump on the canning bandwagon and do an outdoor setup, and they've never done one before. Okay. I'm keeping it real here. I'm always keeping it real. Okay, and then we also have the, under the porch, this is always our outdoor setup, so we can do our dehydrating in the oven. I can cook, and my smaller canners will go on there, because that big honking canner ain't going on there. No All-American canner is going to be going on a cooktop. Only the smaller Prestos and the smaller All-Americans will. So that's still set up there. And then what I'm going to do is put my plastic card table, the one that I almost melted last year, or I think it was 3 years ago. This is going to be in an L shape here, and when I'm done canning, all my jars are going to go here, and I get to line them up, which is the best part of canning, lining up your jars and your spoils. I love it. But this is really some practical advice if you're setting up an outdoor setup this year. So I like to keep a cooler out here too. Just another practical tip that you might find useful. And see, look at I just repurpose everything. Yeah, the $5,000 setup right there. Right there, people. Just visualize it. Visualize it. It can be done. It can be done. All right, so I'm in the process of cleaning everything and just trying to get my All-American canner clean. And I'm actually trying to wipe down the grill. But when you come back, I will be canning. I will be cooking. And I've got great recipes. I do a lot of Dutch oven cooking. You see my solar oven is going today. In fact, both my solar ovens are going today. There'll be a lot of canning here, a lot of pressure cooking, and a lot of water bath canning. And I'm going to throw this out there. Friends, if you've got a really frugal, unique, creative, repurpose setup that you went to the recycling center and you got all free material and you built yourself an outdoor setup like this, share it with me. I have my Facebook page. I know some people aren't Facebook people, but if get to my Facebook page, Starry Hilder Off-Grid Homestead, and post the pictures. I would love to see what you have done. Or upload a video. Upload a video. I'll come and I'll watch it because I love seeing how creative people are. Oh, and in fact, here's something too. I just found, oh, hi, honey, these. And I think I'm going to set these. I'm going to use these. Yeah, I'm going to use these. This will be part of my outdoor cooking center too. I'm going to set these up. I'll use them for something. But see, there's just so many things that you can do. And as long as you think outside the box. All right, so that's the Starry tour. That's the five and dime tour. It is. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Okay, it's not the complete tour. I'm sorry. I don't have the other table set up yet. But the next time you come back, it'll be completely set up and I'll be canning. All right. I love you people. I love it. I love it, love it. I love that we can share all this stuff and kind of go back and forth and get some really great tips from each other. So, okay, I'll give you a view of my off-grid mountains. All right, love you, friends. God bless. Come back and get canning. Ooh, we're blurring out here. Ooh, still love ya.